Okay, guys. Something I totally forgot to mention in the paintball versus airsoft world, which I'm angry at myself for doing, is upgrades. Now, yes, airsoft guns most of the time come with hop up. Now, a lot of things I've seen airsoft players talk about is the fact that there's nothing for paintball made like that. Oh, I have to stop you right there. There's the new Apex barrel, which is has a tip. There's an Apex tip for nearly every barrel out there on the market right now. Which, okay, the Apex barrel has a hop up system, so you can get those those long shots. However, it also has a drop system, so you can cause a paintball to go out and drop at a certain range. It has a curve system, so say you're shooting into the wind and you know your paintball is going to curve to the left, you can switch your Apex barrel and make your paintball automatically curve to the right, and it'll curve back straight into that wind. So instead of getting your paintball to drop off to the left, you'll get it to curve back and come back right, and you'll be shooting straight shots when that other guy can't get any range on you. So right there, yes, paintball has hop up. Paintball also has curve on either side, and it has a dropping feature. You can automatically, so say somebody's behind a bunker, behind a wood pile, behind, a couple railroad ties that, they pegged together and built like a little kind of log cabin walls style. You can make your paintball go out to that distance and drop over that top of the wall and hit them, okay? Which is much more realistic to a real firearm than you would think, because if you got a railroad tie and you're shooting full metal jacket, even an M16, a 223, that sucker's gonna go through that railroad tie and take the guy out on the other side. Okay. Saving Private Ryan. I know a lot of you guys have had to see this movie. Okay, the Germans start walking up the staircase. They hear them. They put rounds straight through the wall. Okay. Now you're using an Apex barrel. You can make them curve around that corner. Okay. So because a paintball would break, you're making it a void instead of going straight through like a real bullet would. However, that makes it kind of more realistic in a way. The only real thing about hop up with airsoft is, I don't know. I think it's a total waste. Hop up is just ridiculous. Anyways, we'll get to the upgrade. Forgot to mention the flatline barrel that has been made by Tippmann for practically ever. Okay, that's pretty much always been, out. So right there, you guys aren't looking into you're only looking at tournament paintball. Okay, airsoft players. Nothing. Not bashing you or nothing, but take a look at more styles of paintball than just the tournaments. Just blow up bunkers. And, everything you see out there on ESPN and crap. No, don't just look at that. Go do some actual research. Look up Oklahoma D-Day. Look up Obscure, Rap 4. I know I've mentioned these in my other videos. Check them out, okay? All of a sudden you'll be realizing, tournament paintball isn't the only side of the paintball world. Anyways, upgrades. In my opinion, when you go out there and you buy a good airsoft gun, you could buy a good airsoft gun and the accuracy sucks on it. Your gearbox sucks. It gets ruined through shipping. a lot of good airsoft guns that you buy, and know a lot of airsoft players buy them. They're all online. Right there, you have a serious risk of getting your gun ruined in the mailing or shipping. You can go almost to any sports shop right now. Shields, Fleet Farm, Bass Pro, some smaller sports stores around. Walmart, I know it's Walmart, but even a Tippmann 98 at Walmart is a decent gun to buy, a decent marker to buy. A Tippmann 98, if you're looking to play paintball, woods ball, okay, probably not a thing to use on a tournament field unless you get a response trigger and a cyclone feed and stuff like that, which are other upgrades. Okay, cyclone feed, you're not gonna get jammed. You're gonna get faster loading speeds. Response trigger, you're gonna get higher rates of fire. So in my opinion, right there, you can almost always upgrade a paintball gun. The accuracy sucks. You get a better barrel. Your rate of fire sucks. You get a response trigger. You get a board. Um, you get a better loader. You get eyes for your marker so that you won't break paint either. Your trigger sucks. You get a different trigger. You can almost always upgrade a paintball gun, a paintball marker. An airsoft gun, you buy it, you're pretty much done. Yeah, you can switch out the gearboxes, whatever. But when you're working with gears and stuff, I mean, you're playing with 6mm BBs, one of those gets in your gearbox, you're done. You're going to have to buy another gearbox, which is basically all the innards for your gun. And you're done until you get that shipped or whatever. Okay? So, right there, other thing about airsoft guns that I don't approve of is the reliability and the durability. Honestly, the editor of APG to this day still uses one of the original Tippmann 98 Customs as his backup marker. That marker is like 20 some years old, okay? It still works. It's a 20-year-old gun, okay? A paintball gun, if you take care of it, has the ability to go through almost the same things a real gun can go through, okay? An airsoft gun, even if you're buying full metal, okay, most of the time it's made out of aluminum, and you're working with gears and stuff like that, it's going to fall apart, okay? I had a good sniper rifle. It was a $200 sniper rifle. However, I bought it at a gun show, so I got it for cheaper. It lasted me for almost 2 years. Okay, that's the longest I've ever had any airsoft gun that I used regularly last. Okay, so I mean, I've got a Tippmann 98 right behind me right now. Okay, the only thing I've ever had go wrong with it, and it's probably because I'm using CO2, and probably because I've put cases and cases of paint through it, and haven't, a couple times I haven't bothered to lube it, and get the bolt all working regularly. My bolt sear was shot. That was after 5 years of using that marker, okay? 5 years. And I had a bolt sear go wrong. That's one O-ring, okay? Not a big deal. Put the O-ring back on. In fact, when I was at D-Day, I got it done for free. Went to the Tippmann techs, and they gave me a brand new bolt and a brand new trigger system for free, okay? And put it in for me, and put the gun back together, and lubed it up at the same time, and made sure it worked, okay? Paintball is always going to have better durability, reliability, and service than any airsoft gun out there on the market. So that's my opinion. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna have a conclusion video up next. I'm gonna give pretty much everything I've talked about ratings in both airsoft and paintball, and you'll just see how they add up. A total score. Looks like the total score will be out of make it like a total score out of like, I'm not sure. I'll get back to you on that. I'm gonna make this video coming up next. The conclusion.